Hi everyone, how are you? It's Deborah here, and I know it's getting down. It's about 9 o'clock here on the East Coast, and I actually this morning I put a post out there about make today the day you do that thing. You know, that thing that scares you the most. And I thought to myself, I can't possibly expect my clients or anyone that works with me to do the things that I'm not willing to do myself. So, yes, this is one of the things that scares me the most is Facebook Live. And so I'm here to show you for the whole world to see exactly what courageous confidence looks like. And what did it take to get me here? Let's see. Actually, it was a lot of faith in my clients, knowing that I'm actually not doing this for me, but I'm doing it for them, you. And I thank you for being here. And I love the hearts, by the way. It just makes it easier. And you know, I can't see what you're saying because I don't have my glasses on. Because if I put my glasses on, I'm going to show you what happens. All you can see is the glare. So, hi everyone. Thanks for being here. I do love the hearts. I will try to answer your questions if you have them. So for me, when I posted that this morning to do that thing that scares you the most, it could be anything. And for me, it is about building confidence, self-confidence in yourself. And this goes for everybody. If there is something that really, really scares you to the core of your being, then that means that that's something that actually is probably the thing you need to do the most, right? And how do you push through that? Self-love is huge. If you don't have that, I suggest taking just baby steps. So for me, and I'm just going to talk about that because this still terrifies me. The Facebook Live is something that does terrify me, and I guess it's judgment of, you know, the whole world can see you, right? And I'm putting myself out there. And so what do I do to prepare myself? I actually have to psych myself up a little bit, saying that, hey, it's okay, I'm doing this for my clients to show them what courageous confidence looks like. And what do? I actually do a little bit of tapping for myself. I don't know if any of you are familiar with tapping at all. Tapping is an energy technique that actually just calms your nervous system down. And so it's all your meridian points. You know, it goes something like this. Even though I'm terrified right now, I absolutely love and accept myself. So that's just something that it's called EFT or tapping. It's just something that I use as a technique, an energy technique to calm my nervous system down before I have to do something that takes a lot of courage. But as far as building your self-confidence, I think that in doing those little baby steps, you know, you become more confident. So, you know, this is probably my fourth Facebook Live, and am I getting a little bit more used to it? Yes. So that is building my confidence. And it's consistency over. You do the same thing over and over again. So like for somebody who goes to the gym, right? Or a better example would be tennis. When the first time you get out there on the court, you're a little nervous. Your confidence is really, really low. And you're scared, right? But the more you go out there and practice, consistently practice, you start to build up this competency. You know, like, I'm doing okay, I'm not so bad of a tennis player. And then you finally get to a point where you're full on confident and you can go out there and win and so forth. So it's the same. It's the same with building your self-confidence. So whatever it is, it's something that scares you. Let's say, you know, biggest fear for most people is public speaking. So get out there and speak in front of a small group. Yeah, if that's something that you want to do. It may not be. For a lot of women, especially, self-confidence is something, and self-esteem. Thank you for the hearts, by the way. Thank you. Self-esteem is something it's hard for a lot of women, whether it's due to limiting beliefs from a childhood, And that could be from your parents, it could be from teachers, it could be from a neighborhood child, it could be from anybody that says something to you. And usually, I'm just going to say this, that it doesn't mean that they meant it intentionally. Your parents did the best that they could with what they had. Believe me, back then we didn't know what, no, you shouldn't be out there doing that. We didn't know how bad that would affect our children. Instead of building them up and saying, yeah, go do it. So these little things, they embed in our subconscious mind, and they really hold us back, and they diminish our confidence. For some women or men, even maybe you've been in an abusive relationship, and that was my story. So my story is my marriage was very abusive, and I actually was that girl who afraid to admit this sometimes. I was afraid to go out of the house. I was in, a different state. I was across the country. I was by myself, and to even go to the grocery store, I would have to take my child with me. I never felt comfortable enough to go it alone because my self-esteem was so low. So how did I go about being that girl over there, right, not able to go to the store, to this girl in front of you, Facebook Live? Let's see, it was a journey. It was a long journey, but it was the baby steps. And anybody can do it. Just take a little baby step every day. If you are afraid to go out of the house or to be seen, go by yourself. Go to the local store. A really good thing that worked for me was, go to the same store every day. Until you build up the confidence. And I know that's an exaggeration, and I know a lot of you here, that's not a problem. But it is for some people. And so if you are in a place like that, your self-esteem has been shattered, maybe a breakup, or usually it's a relationship, right? Just kind of gather yourself up. Know that there's people out there all over the world who just go online, find us. We're going to be here to support you, tell you that you're doing a great job and that you are worthy. Good God, every single one of you out there is so worthy of loving yourself and of finding love. But to build up that confidence, you slowly, so what I did was I went to the same store, or when I got a little bit more brave, I would go to the local bar, and this is when I was really, self-esteem was really low, and I was very fearful, and I would go to the same bar. I would make friends, or restaurant, it was usually a nice restaurant, and I would make friends with the hostess, and then I would sit at the bar, and I'd make friends with the bartender. And I would order one glass of wine and something to eat, just so that I could start building my confidence of getting out there in the world again. Because I was so scared. God, it's amazing what a relationship could do to you. But you know what? I allowed it. And I allowed it. Why? Because I had low self-esteem to begin with. So yeah, this today is my vow to you, if you're out there and you're listening, that maybe you need a little boost of self-confidence. Take the baby step, and know that every time you get out there and take that baby step, and consistently doing that, and consistently, daily or weekly, you're building up that self-confidence inside of you. And then you can do a Facebook Live. Come on, do it with me. But yeah, that's basically what it's all about. So today, again, I'm just being an example of courageous self-confidence. And thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. I'm trying to think. I'm going to put on my glasses, and I'm sorry that all you can see. Hi, Joni and Lisa and Patricia and Paul. Tracy and Brian, Jessica, how are you? Abby, I see you. Thank you for being here. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm just going to keep rambling about self-confidence and little things that you can do to acquire that. And of course, if you know anybody who is lacking in self-confidence or may just need a boost, do share this page with them. Let them know that there are people. We're out here. We care for you. My life work is, helping mostly women kind of embody their own confidence so that they can fall in love with who they are, so that they can basically blossom out in the world. And I do that. How do I do that? I do that by one-on-one coaching. I do that by group coaching. I do that by seminars and workshops. So if you have a group of any women, I mostly do women, although I do have a workshop coming up for men on what women want in the dating world. So that'll be interesting. If you're interested or know anyone that's interested in that, you can PM me or put a message in the box, the comment section, and I'll get you that information. It will be a lot of fun. But yes, today was basically, get out there, be confident in who you are. And again, remember, it's consistency builds competency, builds courageous confidence. Okay, so the 3 C's to confidence. If there's, that's it. And that's over and over. It's like all the little things that I did. It was over and over and over again. Little steps, baby steps, and then I started running to the store. Right? Just an analogy. I'm just saying. But yeah, this is the hardest part about Facebook Live. Because when you stumble over your words or your ideas, or they're coming too fast in your head, the whole world gets to watch. So it's not like you have this, this set schedule over here. Yeah. I'm going to put on my glasses again so I can see. Hi, Heidi and Gwenda. Hi, Patty. Thank you. Yeah. Whoa. I'm loving the faces. I'm loving the laughter. If I can't laugh at myself, who can, right? And some of you may have known me when I was that girl who was curled up on the ball, on the floor, in a ball, unable to, really, at one point I was unable to breathe, thinking, that I was literally going to die because I had no self-love, self-confidence, or self-esteem. There was none left. I actually allowed a relationship to take all that away from me. And I will say right here, right now, I allowed it because of all those things that were missing in my life and for myself. And I will also add that part of building my confidence was forgiveness. So that same person that broke me, I was actually able to forgive, and it was such a beautiful thing that I actually, and this was a long time ago, so probably 8 years ago, this is when I was that broken little girl. And I actually just had tea with him the other day. So know that you can build your own confidence from within you. Okay? You don't need it from anybody else. You don't need validation from anybody else. You don't need love from anybody else. You actually have all the tools inside of you. And kind of like, for an example, if you think of an electric company, right? An electric company generates electricity, right? They don't just have it. They don't just acquire it. They generate it. So it's the same thing with us. We generate our own happiness. We generate our own love. We generate our own confidence. So I just want to be here tonight. And yes, I'm still nervous, but feeling a little better. So I just want you, you're all watching me. so that you can build up your own confidence in yourself. It's so important. And yeah, that's all I have for you today. I'll probably come back again this week with more tips on how to build your self-confidence and fall more in love with you. Until that time, you can check me out. I'm Deborah Knight. So my Facebook page is Coach Deborah Knight, and my website is Coach Deborah Knight. Until then, I hope you all have a lovely evening, and I love you dearly. And go do the things that scare you. Okay? Bye.